Hey guys,
Hey everyone.
welcome back to our channel. Thank you guys again for stopping by and checking out our videos. We appreciate it. This video is a few more days and we are still catching up. Soon we'll be to Thanksgiving, after Halloween, and then we'll be to Christmas, and then we'll be caught up. Thank you guys again, and we hope you enjoyed this video. Good morning, everybody. We are at MamaBear's physical therapy. We just rolled up. We got a few things to do today, and this is one of the things. This is the first thing to do today. I was supposed to take care of a fuel pump on a Denali pickup this past weekend, but I did not get to it, so I'm going to do that today. He needs it by tomorrow, so I told him I would get to it before Tuesday, and I didn't get to it this weekend. So after we leave from here, we're going to go run by the shop. I got to grab one of my tools, and then we're going to go head over there and start taking this thing apart. I already bought the fuel pump, so I left that. We stopped by there the other day, and I left that in the truck. So that's already there. I just got to take my tools, and we'll probably start on that. And then if MamaBear needs to pick the boys up, that will happen while I'm working on the fuel pump. Hopefully it doesn't take too long. Just pull the bed.
Hopefully.
Whenever we say or think that, though, turns into something else.
Right now. And he's going into it like, oh yeah, it's gonna be easy, and I'm like, don't say any of that stuff.
I've come to find out that things are easy when it's at the shop. When it's in the driveways, anything can happen.
Favorite restaurants. Save a few at easycater.com. Orders must be placed and received between October 7th and 18th. Restrictions apply. See all for details.
Here's your Gallup weather forecast.
Check Allstate first for a quote today. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Portions of the following program will be recorded.
All right, so we've got this Denali. I'm going to change the fuel pump on it right now. And the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take off this tailgate. I've got one of these started off already, and I unhooked the camera. So this is the backup camera on the tailgate handle and the lock. Now I'm going to take this bolt off and put the tailgate aside. Now with the tailgate off, we will get these bolts. There are 8 of them. I think they're 18s. You can see that one way up there. You can see this in here, and there's access holes through the frame, so we can reach them from here. And then there's going to be one right there. There's one right there. And then on this piece off the bed right here, there's another one right there. So where that meets the frame on that side, there's going to be one bolt there and one bolt here, and then there's one more set towards the front of the bed, how this is way at the edge right there. I've got the bed up and supported. Now I've got access to the fuel pump. I've been unhooking a couple of things and cleaning it off a bit. I gotta get all this dirt off of here before I take this fuel pump out of here. Finally got the old pump out of there. And I was able to get the new one in. Everything's plugged in, hooked up, and secured. Now I gotta put the bed back down. It is a little bit later in the day. Not too much later, it's like an hour later. I finished the truck I was working on. My phone died while I was hanging out over there, and nobody was there, so I couldn't plug in anything because everybody that is normally there, the owner of the house and our other bro that hangs out there and works there too, they're both iPhone users, so I needed a Type-C cable. Mine is at the house, and the other one is here in the truck. So MamaBear dropped me off, and she took off to go take the boys home. She picked them up from school, took them home, and then she came back in. I plugged my phone in, so now we are heading to Lowe's West, and I'm able to let you guys know that I finished that truck. Ran it for a bit. Everything was working fine. All the codes went off for the low pressure and all the everything that came on when the truck ran out of gas or had a fuel pump problem. So everything is running a-okay. MamaBear said there was a request put in for some Frito pies.
Yeah.
And I've been wanting chili dogs for a bit, so kind of the same thing. Pretty awesome. I will have a hot dog with my Frito pie, I guess.
Yeah. I was trying to decide between Res Dogs and Frito Pie.
Well, I'll pick Res Dogs tomorrow then. We'll just settle that right away.
Okay.
We're gonna cruise into Lowe's and see what's up. I know I'm gonna crash hard when I get home. That was a lot of physically strenuous work that I was doing, and I was the only one there. which is kind of scary because sometimes when I'm at the shop and I'm under the lift, I will let Mama Bear know, hey, I'm under the lift. So if she checks in on me every half an hour and I don't respond, she probably needs to drive to the shop and see what's going on. So over here, when I was working on that truck, I had the bed propped up out of our road tie under it. I was the only one at the house for the better part of an hour, and I was working under there for a majority of that time, so a little tripped out. But I'm gonna eat first before I crash out. Michael's request. We're having Frito pies tonight. I really like the MamaBear cooks extra meat for us. We got back to the house. We hung out for a little bit, and MamaBear hooked up some Frito pies for dinner. The boys loved it. I loved it. MamaBear had her non-meat version, of course, which is always really good too. And after that, I went outside real quick. I was gathering up the pieces for my mom's car. And then I got on this one, Pam's truck. And the back has been making a scratchy noise. And a while back, like when I first got this truck, it was making that same noise after we washed it. So we went to my bro's house in town where my jack was at the time. And I took the wheels off and I pulled the brake pads off, and the brake pads were okay, but there was a little groove down the middle of them, and there was like a bunch of rocks and dirt that went in there when I washed the truck. So I figured that's what had happened, and I was just going to clean out the back brakes, because the back brakes are the ones making the noise, the passenger side more. And I took the wheel off, I pulled the caliper, and I looked at the brake pads, and the brake pads are starting to get pretty bad. They're right on the area where they're going to start getting bad. So instead of waiting for the weekend again, seeing as how today's Monday, I am taking off back to Gallup real quick, because it's not even 8 o'clock yet. But I'm going to go run into Gallup. I got to go to O'Reilly's. I'm going to pick up a set of brake pads, come back out to the house and change them before we crash out, so MamaBear doesn't have to worry about that all week. But that's where I'm heading right now. I was going to ask the boys, but they have their hours in the evening to hang out with their friends online and do whatever they're going to do. And they all took care of what they need to take care of at the house as far as cleaning up their room and whatever. So I'm just going to cruise in. MamaBear had pretty intense physical therapy this morning again. And she finally was able to get off her feet and rest a bit. So I told her I will be right back. So I'm going to run in and pick up some brake pads and come back out. I made it back to the house with the new brake pads, so I'm going to take these old ones off, and I wanted to show you guys this. Some of these brake calipers, you have to twist these back in order to get these to reset, and a lot of times it has to do with disc brakes and the e-brake, which is kind of crazy. There's a tool that goes in here and you twist it back. It looks like a spanner wrench for an angle grinder, but when I don't have one of those, I usually just take a pair of needle nose and I'll stick them in here like this and twist them by hand. It takes a little bit longer, but it still gets it done. Man, I've been twisting this thing for a bit now. Something's going on with it because it isn't going as fast as it was earlier. Yeah, this thing hasn't even moved. It's barely enough to cover the metal. I still got the whole width of the pad to go. We just woke up and I'm dodging assaults already.
Started licking my finger.
These guys are eating some egg sandwiches real quick. Michael's getting his hair fixed for school. Whenever we go in and take these boys to school, we gotta head to the shop. Before Mama takes off, I gotta take the back wheels off and do the brakes. As I was working on them last night, it turns out that I need one more tool than I have. So I'm gonna do it at the shop and it'll be a lot easier. This is what it looks like through the curtain. The sunrise. Baby D's out here checking out Mama's flowers. These are looking pretty good this morning. This one's getting pretty tall. This one looks pretty cool. We are making our way in now. Sun's coming up a little bit later every morning, which is expected.
And it's going more that way to the south.
Yeah, normally it rises straight that way, slowly starting to creep that way. Pretty soon it'll be so short, it'll come up right there and then go down right there.
Yeah.
Instead of coming up right here and going all the way up and over and going down over there.
He's really taking a rose, honey.
From the house, that's cool. I've got a Traverse I'm taking for a test drive real quick. The operator of the vehicle is saying that it shakes really bad when they step on a brake and sometimes when they're accelerating. I thought when they meant shaking while accelerating, they meant like with the engine power, but everything that is going on with this ride so far, it feels like a bad tie rod in or a bad wheel bearing. So I'm gonna turn around and get back to the shop and see what it is. How was your school day today?
It was good.
Were you guys well rested enough?
Yeah.
Kind of?
I didn't have to sleep last night, so I didn't. With my friend Jackson.
You don't know about Michael Jackson? I was going to get this off with you. I was going to get this fender off before we took off, but this piece that's welded on right here is actually covering one of the bolts. Kind of sucks. So I guess we got to take care of that tomorrow, huh, D? Yep. Jackson, hurry up and jumped in the back. Hey, Mama.
Hi.
What's up, Michael?
Hey, Dad.
Oh, dang, there's people coming. Almost home. I'm tired.
I'm so tired.
Oh yeah, and what's the main one?
Nice. These are gonna be good.
I work.
Super smoky in here. Mama Bear is gonna cut Draven's hair right now.
That looks cool, bro.
I think it looks cool. Draven's on a video call with his homie too. Jackson's back down his game. He's all yelling. When little Kinsey girl is here with Buddy's shark. Look at this, you guys. I forgot.
Okay, everyone, that's it for this video.
Thank you guys again for hanging out with us for a few minutes. We always appreciate it.
And like always, guys, thanks for all the love and support. Thanks for all the comments. And we are enjoying our little puppy. You guys take care and stay warm out there.
Later.
Peace.